So it's kind of it's an abstract, of course, um, landscape, but I'm really enjoying the process. I can really get into it and kind of lose track of time and what's going on in the world, so I like that. The main reason why I came on today, um, color book haul, and I have not opened these, as you can see here. So I have found the best place for me to buy color books that I like is on eBay. Even though I do have a lot of color books from thrift stores that I still have set aside to show you at another time, but these just came in the mail today, and I thought, wow, I'm just going to open these up, get the camera on, and we can take a look at what I got here. So, as I said, I ordered these from eBay. Part of the reason why, for these kinds of coloring books, like this is a Johanna Basford, on eBay, sometimes you can get them for $4 or $5, free shipping. And then if you order 2 or more, you get 1 free. So for both of these book sellers, that's what I did. I have other copies of this one that I've worked in a little bit that I picked up at thrift stores. But I do like it a lot. Now, I like these for a couple of different reasons. For inspiration, for coloring for relaxation. They're just, yeah, I really love it a lot. In fact, I did a page in the other coloring book that I've got like this. I did this one. I'll show you at another time. Like I said, this is just a coloring book haul. If you're wondering about these, the pages in this particular one are more like a light to medium weight sketch paper. So I'm looking forward to doing more in this one. Like I said, I'll show you another time, but I did this heart a couple days ago. And this Celtic animals. I love Celtic art, design. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. A little bit bigger. This would go a little bit faster. Just if I wanted to whip up something fast. As you can see, you probably wouldn't be able to do markers in these. I mainly work with colored pencils. I do have some markers, as I said. I'm using markers on that big piece. But I mainly work with colored pencils. And I like to, this kind of gets my creative thought process going. So nice book. Again, kind of a light to medium weight, or almost a medium weight sketch. It's a little bit heavier than what's in this book. So I didn't find another from this particular bookseller. I didn't find another coloring book I wanted to work in, but I like books about color and color combinations and kind of that design kind of look. So I grabbed this one, and so it talks a lot about color contrasts, how you can use color to create mood. And you could look at this. This is pretty cool. See how the different flooring works with the furniture in this section. That's a kind of a neat thing. And you can flip over different wall colors. And then here's color keys. So that's kind of fun. Also interesting, very interesting. So a lot of pages like that, a lot of color key combinations. That's a kind of a neat book. So I'll look at that more once I look this over and get some idea about how to use this particular book. Let you know. So, cool book. So here is the other one. Not sure what I did with my scissors. Never-ending problem. Where did I put my scissors? So as I stated, these two booksellers, I swear they were the same, but they had different names. But anyway, they both went through the same shipping hub, and so I kind of tracked them and all of that. And yeah, it was interesting. So I got The Magical Jungle by Johanna Basford. So I am really, I just think there's so much. Look, somebody scribbled in this page. That's what happens when you buy used. This book has really nice, heavier weight paper. So all in all, not a bad deal if that's the only page it's scribbled on. Like I said, I don't think I paid much more than $4, maybe $5 per book. Somebody started leaf there. So it doesn't look like too much was done in here. There's that. But you know, it's kind of a challenge in a way, just to kind of go see if you can fix a page like that. This one might be a little bit tough, but you never know. Never know. Might figure out a way to fix it. Oh, I'm kind of sad. There's quite a bit colored in this book. But given what I paid for it, I'm not going to get too upset about it. And I know I could probably fix something like that too. Again, Johanna Basford, I find her work so inspiring. So I'm not too upset about it. And, you know, if on a page like this, if I want to experiment with my markers on something like this, or drawing in over here or something like that, that'd be a good page to do it on. So, or maybe I'll get inspired and figure out a way to fix that. There's a possibility with my Sharpie markers. Show you what I mean here. If I can find one. I was using them this morning, so they might be under here. These that I've not opened yet, but I do have an open set. That with these I could actually fix something like that. We'll see. It'll be a good test to see if I can do that. So there's that one. I just think they're beautiful books anyway. The Time Garden by Doria Sang. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Love this. Again, a really nice weight to this paper. It's just really nice. This will be a really nice, fun book to work in. And kind of different than other things that I look at. So this would be a great one to do metallics in. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And again, I bought this used, so that's a little bit of what you can expect. But if you don't have much of a budget and you go into eBay and you find these bigger book sellers, sometimes you can buy 3, sometimes you'll get 1 free, and you won't have to pay shipping, you know. So it's not like Amazon where you have to be a Prime member to get free shipping. So look for those sellers. I'm an eBay seller myself, not a big one. I can't afford to do free shipping, but I certainly will take advantage of people who do. So that's kind of cute with a little, somebody had a little glittery pen. Yeah, I think I can work with this, definitely. Not a lot of damage done in here. So what a cool book. Kind of tells a story. I'm excited to work in this one. So, nice cover. Kind of dirty. Not too bad. Not too worried about that. It's just looks like a real enjoyable book to work in spite of all of that. Another Johanna Basford, 30 Days of Creativity. Draw, color, and discover your creative self. So somebody was busy in this too. And you know, these are really adult coloring books, and this looks like a kid did it. And they're really kind of challenging for kids, so maybe a little frustration there. Hopefully not a lot. I mean, this is kind of weird. I love a cup of tea, properly brewed in a teapot and served in a pretty teacup. Add decorations to the teacups and coffee mugs on the opposite page. Use the design on this page for ideas and inspiration. And maybe I can fix that. I'm not too worried about it. You know, to let that go. And this has really nice heavyweight paper in it. The one thing since this is drawn in quite a bit, I could use these as ideas for drawings and things that I could do on my own too. So I'm not gonna lose too much sleep. Like these I could draw and use them for practice as models. And that's what you're supposed to do. Kind of sad they're colored over, but again, pull it out, grab a sketchbook, sit down, or doodle over here, or whatever. So I'm not gonna get too upset about it. Maybe it's only these first couple of pages. This one doesn't have anything on it. Nice weighted paper. Love that a lot. Rest your pens at the back of the book to ensure your ink won't bleed through to the page below. An inky botanical sphere is a perfect place for special words. Create your own flowery circle on the opposite page. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I would like to do that. Passion for pencils, a weakness for washi tape. So that looks like fun. Oh, and then you use this to draw in. And as you can see, I mean, I'm already like, that's my thing, I really do enjoy that. So I've been doing Zentangle type, doodle art or whatever, off and on for probably close to 6-7 years now. And, for me, it's too easy to sometimes to just sit down and watch TV. And then I feel like, I don't feel like I'm going forward. I'm just like sitting still. And so when I do this kind of art, I just kind of lose track of all time and sense of where I am. So, this will be fun. Draw in your own leafy houseplants. Well, that's cool. And good examples up there to try. Do your own thing. Oh, look at the robots. Oh, I think this is really a fun book. I like it a lot. But again, these are really for adults, and you can see, you got to start kids out with at a level that they're going to be successful at. So That's pretty neat. Use the baking illustrations on the previous page as an inspiration for your own delicious doodles. Oh, you know, that just made me think of what would be so much fun. I've got this big box of old recipes. To take those old recipes and put them into something like this and then illustrate the ingredients rather than photographs. So illustrations, that might make it kind of fun to do, to kind of dig those old recipes out, look for some fun ones to illustrate. All right, stamps, create stamps. Filling in a circle with a lot of little doodles. That's pretty cool. Like that a lot. I'm really kind of like the bugs. Snow globes. Inspire, not intimidate. Ooh, I like that stuff. That is very cool. My dogs bark at everything that goes by my house. And we don't live on a very busy street, but the neighbors are usually out doing stuff. And they gotta bark at them all the time. Or if the mailman or FedEx or UPS, oh my God, you'd think they were gonna burn down the house or something. So tell me what you think. Have you messed around with these books? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Making the time and just kicking back and doing that. And I think I can work around these pages in here that have already been, like, I don't know, somebody must have been like anger issues or something. Anyway, then monochrome. You know, and I think you can take a marker and go in and probably, you know, there's some stuff out of the lines and stuff, but, you know, it's a sad that it's, but I bought it used, knowing that it was used, and I've got some other ones that I'll show you too. It's just the pitfalls of buying used. So you have to be ready to accept that what you get used, you know, will have some work done in it, and how you're going to work around that. You're going to make it work for you, just ignore it. Or maybe it's just not your cup of tea, and you want to be the one to break in a book and you know, use it yourself. That's entirely, we're all different. We can all, what level we can accept. So again, as like I said, I like color books. 11,264 color combinations for your home. Probably won't be doing a lot of changes on my home. It's nice and gray. So but it makes a nice place to hang pictures and live in. It's very calming. So I'm pretty happy with this color book haul. You know, I think altogether these books probably cost me less than $20. So I'm not going to complain. If you have an itch for new books, and I'll probably look on there next month and see what I can find. If you have an itch for new books, then maybe eBay is the place for you. The other place I look at, and I'm not afraid to buy used books, is thrift stores. Kind of looking forward to garage sale season starting up and seeing what I find. They also here locally, they have a place called Bid It, a thing on Facebook called Bid It to Win It. Once in a while something pops up there and I'll go grab it. Art supplies. Tomorrow, let's see, today is like the 14th, I think. Tomorrow I won a bunch of art supplies on an online auction. I am going to go, I need to go pick those up. So over this next week, look for a big art haul for those things. In fact, I'm going to do like I did here. I'm going to pack those up when we pick them up. I'm going to bring them home. I'll set them down here. And if I can get through them all in one video, I will. If I have to spread it out over more. And then that's what I'll do. But I'm going to first time reveal those here. And we will reveal them together. And it should be interesting. Because there was all kinds of things. There was all kinds of art paper, paints. I didn't see many paint brushes, but canvases. It should be interesting to see what there is there, especially in the paints, because I'm not real sure what was in the paints. I could kind of tell there was watercolor, and this person did watercolor art, and but I was kind of surprised there wasn't more paintbrushes. Usually I get all these paintbrushes, like on one of my Did It to Minute on the Facebook auction, for example, I got this bag of paintbrushes. I'll show you here now. I don't use real little paintbrushes very much, but this came with something that I got in that auction. I think it was just art supplies. So, and there's nothing in here that's, you know, real special, but I use these a lot for, when you use them for masking fluid. Here's a scrubber brush. So I use them for a lot of different things. So I'm not, use them once or twice and end up throwing them away because I've ruined the brush on it or whatever. But like I said, there's nothing here that's really super special. Just, yeah, I go through them a lot, I mean, and like, look, this one's already pretty well trashed too. So anyway, that's it. I mean, I've been all over in the last month and a half or so. I've been to Denver. I've been to Seattle. I went to Blick in Seattle. I went to Jerry's Artorama in Fort Collins, which I think I did a video that I showed you. The main thing I got at Blick in Seattle, I don't think I have that here right now, is I got a lot of Derwent Luminance, Derwent Inktense pencils. I keep my Luminance pencils in this pencil case. Been carrying them around for a long time, and I'm using them on this. And I have not really, I've done maybe one big picture on Bristol. This is on Arches watercolor paper. And I've not done a lot, and it was so much fun to get them out and use these. They are beautiful. Oh, they're so nice, and they work so great. And then I have these Pablos, and I think at one time I was thinking a lot about doing florals, and so I've bought a lot of pinks and reds and that sort of color. I also so here's some more. So I found in my stuff, as I was cleaning out, I found this set of, these need to be put away, this set of 20 Luminance. And so I'm going to figure out, I need to make a list of what I had, so if I get somewhere where there's, I usually do a buy on something like this about once a month. And I'll buy about 10 or 15, it's great if they're on sale. Derwent Inktense were on sale for $1.85, so I bought a lot of those. In fact, I want to use the ink tints probably on this piece here, like in this area somewhere. I want to get them out and use them for backgrounds. I've not done that, and so I'm looking at doing that. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what I'm working on. And as well as just going through some of my older like things like Prismacolors and kind of sorting through them. Right now, the mainly, you know, as you know, I've talked a little bit about, I have a lot of Prismacolor Bay-Roll, and so that's primarily what I'm using on this. I have them. I'm going to use them. That's been kind of hard for me because I look at them as being a really pretty precious resource, but they are so beautiful, like that pink. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So I think that that's about all I have today. Thank you for watching my video. Be sure and like and subscribe.